Hi, this is Mato. In this video I will show you game 7 from World Chess Championship 2013. In this game Viswanathan had white pieces and he started with e4. Carlsen played e5, knight to f3, knight to c6, bishop to b5, Rui Lopez, knight to f6, Berlin defense, d3, bishop to c5. And now instead of c3, Anand captured the knight on c6 with bishop. D takes on c6, knight from b to d2, bishop to g4, pinning the knight, h3, and Carlsen played bishop to h5. A question: can white win the pawn by playing g4? Then bishop goes to g6 and then knight takes on e5. What do you think? Anand played knight to f1, planning knight to g3. Let's take it back. If g4 is played, then bishop to g6. White can win the pawn. Let's have a look. White is a pawn up. What is the downside of this pawn win? How should black continue? Queen to d4, forking the knight and the pawn on f2. So in the game we have knight to f1, knight to d7 defending the pawn, knight to g3. Well, bishop to g6 could be also played. Carlsen preferred bishop takes on f3, queen takes bishop, g6, taking the squares away from the white knight, f5 and h5. Bishop to e3. I was looking at this position and I thought that bishop to h6 was better, preventing black from castling kingside. But it's not better. Let's have a look. Because Carlsen is not planning to castle kingside anyway, we would have then queen to h4 attacking the bishop, and then bishop to e3 will be played again anyway. So we have bishop to e3, queen to e7 preparing to castle queenside, and both players castled queenside. Knight to e2, rook from h to e8. Rooks are placed on open files and semi-open files, and on the files that might open. For example, if d4 is pushed, then the file will open. We have king to b1, king's safety first, then b6, making the room for the king to come to b7, h4, king to b7, h5, bishop takes on e3, and Anand recaptured with queen, preserving the neat pawn structure. Knight to c5, pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn, g3 preparing f4, a5, rook to h7. Visually, it looks like that white is slightly better. What do you think? White has a rook on the 7th rank, and also white has a better pawn structure. Saying this may not be enough to win the game. Rook to h8, rook from d to h1, rook takes rook, rook takes on h7, queen to f6, preparing rook to h8, f4, rook to h8, rook takes rook. Let's take this back. Would deflection work if f takes on e5? Carlsen would capture the pawn on e5. He would play queen to f1 check, and after knight to c1, rook takes on h7. So in the game we have rook takes on h8, queen takes rook, f takes on e5, queen takes on e5. It appears that black has equalized. Queen to f3, attacking the pawn on f7. f5. Pawn takes pawn. Pawn takes pawn. c3. Threatening d4, forking the knight and the queen. Knight to e6. King to c2. Knight to g5, attacking the queen. Queen to f2. And at this point, it feels that the draw is not far away. Knight to e6. Queen to f3. Knight to g5. Queen to f2. Knight to e6. Repetitions of moves. And the draw was agreed. Carlsen's Berlin defense worked well again. Could Anand win with Rui Lopez against Berlin defense? Will Anand choose different opening next time? We'll see. What do you think of this game? And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your chess and bye for now.